ribbon cutting ceremony will formally start. President Halstead, Provost Hewitt, esteemed emeriti, valued alumni, students, colleagues, friends, and distinguished guests. It is my distinct pleasure to invite all of you to this Smith ribbon cutting ceremony. My name is Joe Smaliakum, and I'm the Dean of the School of Science and Mathematics. As many of you know, this building was opened in 1967. When it opened, it was home to 4 science departments: biology, chemistry, earth sciences, and physics. Since then, biology and earth sciences have found other places and they have moved on. And chemistry and physics have remained. For chemistry and physics, it is like the Marines. They are the proud few. They are still here. I just want to take you back to 1967, the year when this building was opened and dedicated. That year represented both a tragedy and a triumph for science and technology. Some of you may remember in January 27th of 1967, Apollo 1, when it was on the launch pad, there was a fire and 3 astronauts were killed in that accident. And in the November of 1967, 2 scientists discovered for the first time pulsar, a new kind of star, expanding our understanding of this universe. So, it is fitting for us to reflect a few minutes about how far we have come as a human race. Interestingly, in 1967, a book was published to describe the history of a continent, not the North American continent, but Australia. The author of the book titled his book as The Tyranny of Distance. He was at that time coining a phrase that was popular among people, and the phrase was uttered allegedly by Napoleon about 200 years ago. The phrase said, "Geography is destiny." The prevailing wisdom through the 1960s was that distance and geography essentially constrained people, constrained progress, and restricted the movement of people. But in less than a generation, in a matter of 30 years, another book appeared, published by an economist. Guess what the title of that book was? The title was The Depth of Distance. In 30 years. So, today, distance is no longer a tyrant, no longer a barrier to human interactions, or to the success of nations and its people. However, this depth of distance has created its own challenges. In fact, reflecting on these challenges, in 2007, an influential book was published by the National Academies of Press. The title of the book was Rising Above the Gathering Storm. Authors were thinking about the state of math, science, technology, and engineering education in the United States. In a follow-up publication, authors wrote the following sentence: "If the United States is to provide its citizens with the opportunity for high-quality jobs, it will require the nation to excel at innovation. That is, to be first to market new products and services based on new knowledge and the ability to apply that knowledge. This capacity to discover, create, and market will continue to be heavily dependent on the nation's prowess in science and technology. That's what people in this building have been doing since 1967. So, what have they done? They have educated numerous students through lectures, teaching them about theories, about concepts, showing them hands-on activities in the labs. And today, with the modernized facilities, they have even greater opportunity, and students have outstanding reasons to work with faculty, engage in research projects, and enrich their own educational experience. And I don't want to prolong my comments. At this point, it is my pleasure to introduce the person who was responsible for creating a new school to lead the activities of the science and mathematics. That new school is the School of Science and Mathematics. The person responsible for that is our new provost, our provost, Anne Hewitt. She has been leading the charge, creating a new strategic plan for the college, creating and encouraging faculty to create a strategic plan for the school, insisting that faculty should set their ambitions high, and providing the resources for faculty to reach those ambitious goals. So please welcome Dr. Anne Hewitt, Provost and Vice President of